thank you for purchasing my foundation. This is an ultra waterproof, comfortable matte foundation. This is great if you have oily to combo skin, or even if you have a normal skin type. This will be good because it's not so a dry matte, it's more of a comfortable matte. And this one is called Coffee. And okay, let's go into the application. So on me, Coffee, of course, is a little bit too dark. So she's a little bit too rosy undertone for me. So I already went ahead and prepped my hands, putting on hand sanitizer, and I prepped my face with my a moisturizer, like a really good high quality moisturizer. And let's jump right in. You could use the back of your hand or stainless steel mixing palette, which you get these very cheap on Amazon. As you can see here, I have my yellow shade adjuster and my white, because this is still pretty dark for me. So if we get into, let's put a little bit more. So I have tried this on myself, but it's a very medium to buildable coverage, because I like to build up my coverage, and this is just enough to where, like, if I want it for every day, I could, and not feel like it's, super masky. Like, taking a little bit of yellow. Now, you could get these shade adjusters pretty much all over, like in Ulta and Amazon and stuff like that. They have great brands that have these. Let's try. I'm gonna try. I have no primer on my face. That's her with just maybe a bit too much. I feel like she's a tad dark. Okay. And it's okay to go in and like swatch on your face, like mix on your face, because this is your own. I'm just doing this. Let me get my mirror. Okay, so I feel like this is definitely my shade. And even if it's not completely your shade, if it's a little bit too dark, if it's a little too light, you can go ahead and use your concealer, your bronzer, to really kind of sculpt it and make it like a little bit lighter, a little bit darker, however you like it. This is a very, like, I feel like it's already drying, which is pretty good. I don't know if you can tell. And I will be showing you at the end. And yes, I'm using my fingers for right now, but on this side, I'll be showing you how to use it with a brush, because normally you would use it with a brush or a blending sponge. I just want you to actually see the color. It looks very yellow on screen. Maybe a little tad bit. I feel like it's good, but again, we can. Hydration is key as far as like, you know, your skincare and skin prep in general. Now, I'm not saying skin prep is like primers and all this other stuff. Simple makeup moisturizer will do it, and something like the Embryolisse like cream concentrate. This thing is like a 3-in-1. It removes the makeup, it hydrates, and it also is a makeup base, which is really, really good. Now this, I would think this is my summer shade, so hopefully in the summer I'll be able to really get a good use out of this. And when I'm like really, and that's the thing, this will be really good to test out in the summer because, you know, it's hot here in Texas, it's sweating, it's kind of gets a little bit sweaty, and you know, the true test is that time. And I'm just mixing up a little more. Now, if you want to, let's say it's a little too dry, I don't really recommend this, but if you want to, drop a few drops of your moisturizer in there, and it gets it more of a skin tint. But you really want it to be, I will show you a product that I really recommend. That I really recommend, and that you can actually get on Amazon as well. And it is this product. It's the Mayron mixing liquid. You drop a few drops of this into your foundation, eyeshadow, and it makes it a little more, it makes it less thick, and it makes it like, it breaks it down just enough where it's like a little more fluid if you feel like it's getting a little too dry. So I put it in this little squeeze bottle, so it's easy to apply to your palette or to the back of your hand. Okay. Okay. Now for me, normally when I use foundation, I don't technically like to use foundation brushes, but you know, everyone has their preference, and you know, it's very person to person. See whatever they like. I like using smaller brushes like this flat shader brush for going around eyeliner, brows, but especially if you use a angled brush to go around the brows, it makes it a little more sharp and precise, but it's not too bad if we go in with a shader brush. Okay, so as you can see, I will show you in direct sunlight so you can actually see how this foundation looks on the skin. By the way, skin is going to look like skin. It's going to look textured. It's going to look porous, but it's not going to look porcelain smooth. It's not going to look super like glass looking unless you have no pores, which everyone has pores. I'm gonna mix up just a little bit more. So I'm gonna show you the shade adjusters that you can get really inexpensively. This is from AOA, and the reason why I'm showing you these is because I will not be selling shade adjusters just because there's a lot good out there from Miss AOA if you want to use something a little bit less expensive to LA Girl. And why is a brand like me kind of like hyping up other brands? Well, I mean, again, I also want to help someone if they get this foundation and it's a little bit too light. If it's a little bit too dark, you can find these it's not going to be too hard. This is another shade adjuster called Heat to make it a little more darker and warmer, but we really want to have more yellow as far as I'm talking about. If for my skin type, I'm a little more yellowy undertone. I'm just gonna put it right here. Now this is a bit like slightly on me it looks more red, but swatch on the body it looks more yellow, so I think it's neutrally undertone. So if that helps you think of like what shade you would want. And I will swatch the original product by itself. I like using my finger for like getting mostly blended, and then great. Oh, there's a glob. Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna show you how I blend. Yes, that blob is still there. This is a little bit darker. I could fix that. A bit more tanner on my forehead, but I definitely could fix that. I'm gonna press. Feel a little globby. Guess this term. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and moisten or damp my sponge, and I will show you how to do my chin. I normally don't do my neck area, but I have another product to kind of like cancel that out to make it not so visible in my ear. But that's another video. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's go in with our 773 eyeshadow shader brush, and I will show you how to conceal, or how I use it with a, just works really, really good. Now the true test is how does it work with other products. So definitely looks really, really good. Yes, my neck looks pretty pale, but I mean, it's a bit lighter than my hands, and if you could tell, a bit lighter than my hands. And then okay, so we're gonna go in with concealer. So this is how you would normally lighten up any darker foundation. Let's go without, before concealer, before anything, before I set this, let's see how it looks in sunlight. Because the sun is about to set, so we have to make sure we get the sun shot. So this is how it looks in sunlight. Really nice. Going with my Ulta concealer to really brighten up. This is how I normally do my concealer. So it does have a little bit of glow, to be honest. Like the whole, I don't know if you saw it, but the whole foundation has a bit of a glow or sheen, whatever you like to say. So that might be a little bit of a pro or a con to you. Sorry, I just opened my compact. I'm going in. Now, I love a full coverage moment. That's why I am doing my concealer like this. And this foundation is not just for the full coverage queens or just someone that, you know, needs the full coverage. This is for someone that likes full glam, but also loves to use it every day. This is what she's giving. Cause she's actually one to dry down. It's a bit too dark. This is lighten up. This will lighten up a little bit. Now, I like to leave the under eyes till the end. I don't know why I did that. And I like to go with my pinky on nose. Going with the kind of pointier side, really buff that out. And there we go. So for contour, we're going all out, all full glam contour using the Juvios. And I'm just using that same brush, are we? Kind of really, this is a bronzer, I know that. It's just to give some warmth, even though we have some of that warmth with the warmth of the foundation. This is just a little bit of structure and a little bit of warmth. And I'm gonna finish off the nose. Okay. I love getting these super thin lines. I love that. And then blending it in. getting right there. This is how it's all looking. Blend. I never show my process because, you know, I feel like it's always fun to show, you know, the process of doing something, of the makeup process. Now, if something gets a little too, like, dried down, it, like, really, like, makes a sharp line, like I did here. And it's not blending, it's mostly ghosting, meaning, like, you could still see the sharp line. I like using just a facial mist to really get it going. And then go right away and blend. That just helps it to, like, melt right in. Keep that sharp. Okay. A little bit of ghosting, a little bit, but and then not, that's fine. Okay. So she's on. She's looking good. I actually do have some here. Just put a bit of, I know, way too much makeup. Definitely not do these steps. I just like doing these steps to kind of make it, you know, a little more pronounced. A little more structured. And we're looking good. Okay. So a look is not complete without a blush. Now I'm using a Creme Shop one, and she is beautiful. She's everything. She's a very peachy kind of blush. At first, she's not that vibrant, but if you add a little bit more, she gets that really nice color. Now it's not showing up on camera, but in real life, she's giving. And so this all melts very well. As you can see. I'm gonna go over just a little bit. Now, the base is done. I'll be right back with powder and powder contour and highlight and all that stuff. Okay, so this is the powdered look. Now, it kind of looks cakey. Helpful tip, using a moisturizing spray, sun spray, whatever you want. Just use it and set your whole face. Sun spray is different from fixing spray. Fixing is just gonna be like locking it tight. This is gonna give moisture. I go heavy with it, as you see. So this is the final look, minus the lip. But this is the whole foundation. And thank you again for buying the foundation, if you did. And I will see you in my TikTok or my YouTube. Alright, bye.